I am a well of emotions right now. And considering the fact it's almost 10:05 in the morning, I can genuinely tell you that exhaustion is one of them. Which is sad because I legit tried to go to bed as early as I could. I couldn't fall asleep right away, but I at least tried to go to bed as early as I could. I think it might have been just around 9:45 before I went to bed last night. Well, I knew I had to go to bed early because between getting this video done and actually driving to church, I now have less than 2 hours before church begins. Which reminds me, good morning, happy Valentine's Day, happy Hump Day, and happy Ash Wednesday. And I didn't think that, I don't even know where to start with this. I mean, I guess the logical thing to do would be to go over my low, my high, my acts of kindness. Well, my low should be pretty obvious. In fact, I literally just stated this at the beginning of this video. At this moment in time, I am, again, chock full of emotions right now. And I definitely wouldn't say, I'm sure happy is in there somewhere, but there's an abundance of a whole lot of other emotions. But if I can be honest about it, and that is my high, by the way, I can at least I can share that here. And I don't know. I mean, I shared my feelings doing these videos hundreds of times. And I've always felt better about it. But I don't really know if it'll work here today. I at least have to try, though. And my act of kindness was I took out the garbage for my folks last night, as well as helped prepare their house for when they have a few guests arriving. So I helped prepare the house for their arrival. So, let's get right down to it. It was on this very day 6 years ago, day 45, February 14th, 2018. I really only had just begun making videos every day, and it was Valentine's Day and also Ash Wednesday, which is today. And it was the first major holiday video that I ever did. I was a whole lot skinnier than I am now, and not for the best reasons. And I most definitely recall the message I tried to leave regarding at what I do every year for Valentine's Day. Because at that point, it had been 28 years in a row, and I was single on Valentine's Day. And unfortunately, 6 years later, making it 34 years in a row, I'm still single on Valentine's Day. I very much recall in that video that, yeah, I'm single. Yeah, I'm alone. But I was never going to let that stop me from being happy. Because I happen to know a lot of wonderful people out there who have found love and who have found happiness. And I think that's beautiful. I still think it's beautiful, actually. I can at least smile and know that I have a bunch of friends who are happy because they found who it is they belong with. And that's great. And for the last 6 years, every day on Valentine's Day, that's the mentality I had going into it. Which is why, to this day, right now, it completely shocks me that between getting my heart broken in 2022, said woman who broke my heart in 2023 getting married, and that incredibly awkward thing that happened a couple of weeks ago, this is the first time where I have genuinely felt sad and alone, like I should be, on Valentine's Day. "34 years in a row. And it gets old. It gets really old. If you recall a couple of days ago when I mentioned I'm unwell, and it's in regards to the most awkward thing happening, like, I mentioned how it's been difficult to shake it off. And for those of you wondering what happened, full disclosure, it was around 8:30, 8:45 on a Friday night. And I had just offered now, that, I hadn't gotten dinner yet. And I offered this one woman to join me. And again, I wouldn't say this is straight asking her out. This is really just more of an offer. I mean, yeah, I have feelings for this person, and I have a little bit, and maybe even a little bit of affection and attraction. But without getting into her current situation, asking her out really wouldn't be the greatest idea. But, simply offering going to dinner, that seemed like a good idea. And again, this is like 8:30, 8:45 on a Friday night. So the fact that she said that she was tired, she probably had a really busy day. I get it. Who am I to judge how she feels? So I wind up going to dinner anyway. So I go to dinner, sit where I'm sitting at, and no kidding, this woman shows up with another guy. And it wound up being the most awkward thing that's ever happened to me. I want to say it was, maybe Sunday? or Monday, it was Monday when someone reached out to me saying, it takes courage to ask somebody out. And what this woman did to me was, her words were out of control. I really wouldn't say out of control. Uncalled for, yes. I'll say that much. But, my refrigerator started running. That's weird. So, and, this person proceeded to say a couple nice things to me, which I really did appreciate. To be clear, I really did appreciate it. But after thinking it over, because if it was anyone else, or for any other reason, I really would be incredibly mad at this person. But no matter how much I try, I can't. I can't bring myself to be truly angry. Maybe because this person doesn't deserve, the full brunt of my rage, let's say. Or maybe I just don't have it in me. But I think this is the first time since I've gotten my heart broken where this truly hurts. I mean, when I got my heart broken, I didn't have a choice. My brother would have banished me from straight up seeing my nephews ever again if I went out during the pandemic. And that's when said woman who broke my heart found the man that she's with right now. So, I couldn't do anything. I guess it's different because now I absolutely have a choice. And for once, I actually tried to be brave and did something. Again, I only offered, but, it's something. And it wound up being what wound up happening. It was just incredibly awkward. And let's say for the sake of argument that, this woman actually took me up on my offer. And we did go out to dinner. And we did have a wonderful time. It wouldn't guarantee that I have a date for Valentine's Day. The only thing it would guarantee is I'd be more optimistic going into today. That's about all there is to it. So, it took 34 years. But I think I've officially reached my breaking point in regards to in regards to not feeling alone or sad on Valentine's Day. And granted, it's just now 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I am very tired. But even if I didn't have to get up super early to go to church, and even if I, could sleep in just for a little while longer, I'd still wake up feeling like utter shit. I do. I feel like utter shit right now. But it's Valentine's Day. So, regardless of how I feel, the same rules still apply. There's a bunch of people I know and love who have found love and happiness of their own. So absolutely, I'm happy for them. I can enjoy that. I can enjoy the fact that the weather, while still relatively cold, has been pretty solid. But then I remember today is also Ash Wednesday. It's the first day of Lent. This is a sign that, this year is only just really, in the grand scheme of things, this year has only just really started. By the time Lent is over, I'm definitely optimistic in the fact that things are going to be different. Wouldn't guarantee that I'm not single, but I can definitely tell you that in the next 47 days, there's a bunch of things that are going to happen in which by the very end of it, I'm going to have a completely different mindset than what I am feeling right now. This is the first day of Lent. For all intents and purposes, this is a new beginning. But damn it if it won't be hard getting over this. Maybe that should be what I should do during Lent. Find a way to truly feel happy and get over what I'm feeling right now. I don't know if that's a straight... I guess if you want to be, really nitpicky, you could say I'm sacrificing my time and energy to trying to feel better. That's one way to look at it. I'm sure a bunch of diehard fellow Catholics are going to think that doesn't really count much. But with today being Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday, with us being technically it'll be around noon, and we'll be halfway through the month of February. The fact we have a leap year day, St. Patrick's Day is on the horizon, spring should be coming. There really is a lot to look forward to. And I can be at least a little bit happy about that. But for now, I can be honest and say, for the last 34 years, I've tried. I have tried to be happy on Valentine's Day, regardless of whether or not, I have a date. But after what happened a few weeks ago, I've officially reached my breaking point. I wouldn't say I'm sad necessarily. And I just mentioned that there are some things that I am happy about. But it's going to take some time to get over this. And at least I can be honest about it today. So, sorry if this isn't the kind of video that you would normally see me do. Sorry if it doesn't have the usual, Nick Cutler optimism that you've known me to have for, 236 days in a row now. Well, I wouldn't say in a row. There have been some sad days, to be sure. But right now, this is how I feel. It's about the most honest I can be about it. It's the most real I can be about it. And I can only hope and pray that by the very end of, Lent, on Easter, you're going to see, hopefully, a much happier person. So, I still hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure if you want to see more, I'm on social media all over the place. And if nothing else, I am still very humbled that I made this video. For all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I am very hopeful that we all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope you all have a wonderful Ash Wednesday. Hope you have a wonderful beginning of Lent. If you're giving up something for Lent starting today, I hope yesterday you at least took the time to enjoy that thing you're giving up. So, 46 days from now, it's going to seem all the better when you can finally have it again. And hopefully during warmer weather too. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend a meal, always have your back. Take care and make good choices. And as always, 607 all day, baby.